cheat, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna follow Christ, this is my guide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna secrets, I don't wanna hide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna follow Christ, this is my guide. I know I'm a little late. Have you ever thought, the day was gonna go this way, but then it went another way? And that's 1 minute. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna secrets, I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna follow Christ, and that's my guide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna secrets, I don't wanna hide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna follow Christ, and that's my guide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. Too much value to be loved of the same. Let's just follow Christ, are you down the ride? Be my groom, boy, and I'll be your bride. This ain't no fling, I'm your queen. Be my king, bring that ring. Let's be lean, let them lead. We'll succeed, oh yes indeed. I'm not your main chick, I'm not your side pick. That's a process. I'm not your weekday, I'm not your weekend. Why is this a trend? I don't know. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna secrets, I don't wanna hide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna follow Christ, cause that's my guide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna secrets, I don't wanna hide. I don't wanna cheat, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna follow Christ, cause that's my guide. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Love is patient, love is kind. Boy, don't you love stay on my mind. What we got is hard to find. Stay in the word, boy, stay on your grind. Don't get caught up, don't be fine. Love, there's no king. In love, there's no I. Love is too full. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hop into this late night discussion. Go ahead and grab your favorite tea, because I like tea at night. And let's get into this. I'm trying this to see how it works out. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Love is peaceful like sleep at Hello, everyone. Go ahead and make a comment. Let me know that you're watching. We're going to have this late night discussion. Protect you just like a love don't knows love is right to witness real love is quite a sight. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me. Come on in, come on in. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me. I'm going to give my perspective tonight. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Got me loving you, loving you. Got you loving me, loving me. Let me go ahead and share this with just a couple more people. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. At a young age, never had no pops, man. Looking for that love, ain't doing good as school, yeah. Ran into a blue day, thought I had a prize, man. Moved to the sky, ayy. Right when I come graduate, I'm having a baby. He up in a abandoned me. Dropped out of school, dang. I was so depressed, ayy. Future looking dim, ayy. Turn back to my family. Drop down on my knees, ayy. Lord, please help me. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. Never give up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Remember keep on pushing. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. I got back in school, ayy. Finished that degree, ayy. Then went back again, ayy. Got that second degree, ayy. Made it at the storm, ayy. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. Never give up, even if it's not again. Never give up, remember keep on pushing. Let's get on into this. I'm going to share my live. Hello, everyone. Once you hop on, just go ahead, tag and share, tag and share. I'm going to give my perspective. Doing something different. So let's go ahead and get on into this. Going to share my perspective here. Trying something new. Hello. Thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in. Once you hop on, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, and share button. Let me say that again. Once you hop on, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and share button. Yeah, I know I'm running a little later than I wanted to. You know how sometimes the day go how it wants to go. But that's what happened today. But anyway, thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in, trying something different, some late night discussions. Let's get on into this. I'm so excited. I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and share that button. Share button. Say it one time. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and share button. Now, this is RD Dating and Relationship Consulting Services. And guys, you say, what is that? I'm glad that you asked. You know, let's see if you're on this scale. If the service would be something that you would could use or take advantage of. Do you feel stuck in life? Do you feel stuck in your relationships? Are you experiencing minor marital issues? Are you looking for some premarital consultations? Or are you just simply sick and tired of being sick and tired? Or you can't do people. You hate people. You hate people. You ever hate people? Are you looking for or in need of a therapist? Somebody popping things, scaring my Lukey Luke tonight. Say hello. You looking for a therapist, which I want to go ahead and give my shout out, give a shout out to Miss Muckles who had to put her baby down today. I'm praying for you and definitely in my prayers. But they shoot this. He shake like a leaf when they uh, doing firecrackers and stuff outside. But anyway, are you looking for a therapist or needing a therapist, but you cannot afford one or you don't have insurance? Maybe, or the dating relationship consultant services may be able to help. How? Through our one-on-one consultations. So go ahead and book your free one-on-one consultation today. Also through our wellness workshops. We have a different workshops that we offer. We have a free self care workshop that we're offering now in July. Go ahead and just reserve a spot. It's free. It's free. You can't beat free. So go ahead and do that. And thank you for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in tonight to our late night discussion. We have a variety package too. I'm going to put that up so you guys can see what those workshops are. And then you may need a combination of the workshops and some one-on-one consultation. So we put some package together for that if that's something that you need. And I want to go ahead and say thank you in advance for considering allowing RD Dating Relationship Consultant Services, slow down Renee, to assist you with being and becoming and showing up in a bigger, better way by giving you the tools that you can use to obtain a healthy, loving, productive relationship with yourself first and then with others. So if you need more information, just comment in the box below. Give and I will respond to that, or you can email me at rndvnprt2@gmail.com. That's rndvnprt2@gmail.com. And that's enough about that because I know you didn't get on here for that. You got on for the late night tea, right? Yeah, that's why you got on. You got on for the late night tea. I know that's why you got on. So let's hop right on into that. Let's dive right on into it. And I said I wanted to share. I saw these and I said, you know what? I want to share this. I hope people can hit that and it'll take them to the live. Let's see. Yes, it does. Okay. Just trying something. But go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, and share button. This will get better as things and time move on. Let's hop right on into it. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to be discussing and just looking at some different. Now, if you don't know what Kendra, I think Regina, I think you the one um, sent me something with of Kendra's, and I've been watching it ever since. And I really, really love her platform. I love her show. And I be on there. Y'all know how I am when I'm watching these shows and looking at these platforms. I'm saying this and this and this and this and pulling from them. And so I want just to share my thoughts on this one tonight. I'm going to share. No, I'm going to share two guys, but then I'm going to end with the lady because we cannot just do the men and don't look at the ladies as well. So we're going to look at the ladies too. But when I looked at these, I was like, oh, these sound also ever very, very familiar. And I want you to look at them tonight, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts too. Please share your thoughts and comments and see if these sound familiar to you guys too. Because when I was looking at it, I was like, these sounds familiar. Now, I have to tell this like when I was younger and, when I was in my clubbing days, um, me and my clubbing partners, we used to go out clubbing. We used to like, you have older people in the club, and we used to be like, man, ain't no fool like an old fool. And I know we don't supposed to be calling people fool, but this was before I was saved. And we used to be like just straight tripping. And then when the older men would try to holler at us, we be like, oh, grandpa, go home. This is what we be saying to ourselves. Yeah, we was a trip. But we was like, oh, grandpa need to be at home, honey, instead of here trying to holler at the young girls. He need to be up in there with rocking in a rocking chair with his grandchildren. And we used to say, like, man, ain't no fool like an old fool. And I was like, you know what? I just totally refuse to be an old fool. And the reason why I say that, because you know what? Now I'm those men age, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at now. And so I can laugh. I'm just laughing at, how it is when you're younger and I don't know, the way you think when you're younger. All I can say is something else. And so I'm just tripping off the way that we used to think and carry on when we was in our teenage years and just getting started in life, really. So I wanted to start off with this young man right here, and I'm gonna watch what I say because I understand this is somebody's dad, this is somebody's granddad, and so let's just be respectful in the comments. But I do want to hear you guys' thoughts as well as I'm sharing these. Now I don't know what YouTube um what's the word I'm looking for? Guidelines about showing other people's stuff. So I won't show them in their entirety, just some of it, okay? Let's just get right on into it. Now, this guy right here was an older gentleman that came on her show. Now, what her show is about, she let people come on, and it would be like what we attempted to do on Single Saved and Dating on our Facebook page. We call it shooting your shot, where we allow people to come on and tell a little bit about themselves, who they are, and those different types of things. We were calling it come and shoot your shot. And so that's what I'm going to call it. She's giving them a chance to get on and shoot their shot, tell a little bit about themselves, who they are, what kind of woman they looking for, and these types of things. And so this young man happened to get on, and for some reason, his really stood out to me and made me think about the things that we talk about on Single Saved and Dating and that we pull out on there as well. Guys, I'm going to have to make sure I'm set up better for my late night discussions. I'm in my room. Um, and so he made me think about what we talk about on there. Now, if you don't know what Single Saved and Dating is, please, please, please go to the Facebook page and hit that like button, subscribe button, share button. Let me say that one more time. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and share button. Scroll through the page and see if it's something that you would like to become a part of. And if so, go ahead and follow the page. I don't think you subscribe to the page. I'm thinking about the YouTube channel. You have to hit follow on the Facebook page where we have live chats every Saturday at 7 p.m. And we're working on a new season, got some new team members, got some new material coming. You definitely going to want to tune in to Single Saved and Dating. That is our single ministry. Looking forward to the things that we got coming on that. But let me share this with you tonight. I want to get your thoughts and your comments. Trying something different. Let's start. If it'll work. Oh, I got it muted. No wonder.
Did you run into issues with that in the past with other relationships?
Let's start it over.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hablo inglés? Do you speak English? Yeah, you?
Yes, I do.
Then why ain't you responding? I'm saying hello.
I had no idea you were talking to me. I thought you was talking to your guest.
You are the guest.
I am?
Yes, you're the person on the screen.
I thought you was interviewing the young lady from Pensacola.
I'm looking at you in the face. You waved to me.
Hi, beautiful.
Oh my God.
How are you?
What is your name?
I have no idea. This is my first time on. Folks have been telling me about your show, Ray. You need to be on the show. You need to check it out. Blah, blah, blah. You will be great on there. This is my first time. I had no idea. I apologize.
Is it your first time ever on live?
This is my first time checking your show out.
Okay. Is it your first time joining a live too? Like, this is your first time joining live with somebody?
It is.
So that's why you wasn't aware that you were actually live on with me.
I had no idea. I saw my picture. I thought I was just.
So what did you think when you were waving at me? Because you waved at me.
When you kept saying hello and I saw my picture, I said, is she talking to her guest or is she speaking to me? Because I see my picture. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I was.
All right, let's get.
If you acknowledge me, then I know you're.
Yes, you are live with us right now. So you ready?
Wow. Awesome.
You want to sit up or you want to do the whole interview laying down?
Wow, so you just pick folk randomly, huh? I'm looking all crazy. I'm not even looking handsome.
Well, no, I don't. Well, first of all, you sent the request. That's how I picked you. So it's not random. I mean, it's random once you pick the request. So you did send in the request, correct?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was just to be on the show, to view the show, to watch the show. But anyway, here I am.
Okay, well, are you single?
I am.
Okay, so let's do it. What's your name, sir?
My name is Raymond.
Raymond, how old are you?
I'm old. Man, if I broke my ankle, dust would probably come out. No, actually, I'm 66.
Well, first,
I don't feel a day over 40, but 66.
You look great for 66, and you're not old. Let me tell you something. I have a.
Wait. I look great for 66, or I look great?
You look great.
Here we go. Keep going.
Well, listen, you're not old. You're seasoned, and I have a lot of women that are in your age category that watch my show on Facebook. So you're about to be a hot.
Now I'll say he does look good for his age. Now I'm gonna give him that. But listen, honey, y'all want to listen to some of this. We're just gonna play a little bit of it.
Commodity, you ready?
I guess.
Okay, let's do it.
I wish I would have known. I would have combed my hair and get my beard and got handsome and sexy for you and all that. But anyway.
All right, Raven 66. Where you calling us from?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a life coach.
You're a life coach. Okay.
I'm a life coach.
Do you have any children?
My children are grown.
Okay, how many?
I have three. I just lost a son in July, 32. But I have twin daughters that are 40, and I have a son that's 38.
Okay, sorry about the passing of your son. Okay. Was you ever married, Raymond?
I was for 22
for 22
years.
years. Okay. And you're officially divorced.
Man, years and years, over 25
Over
years.
25 years ago. Okay. Raymond, you're a life coach. You're Washington, D.C., 66. When's your birthday?
October 10th.
October
Libra.
October 10th is what?
I'm a
He's
Libra.
a Libra. All right, let's do it. This is Raymond, 66, Washington, D.C. He's a life coach. And he's a Libra. What type of woman do you desire?
What type of woman that I desire? I don't have a type as long as she has the love of God. She has to have a relationship with God. She has to have a great personality. And she absolutely has to be secure, because I know like oodles of women.
You know what kind of women?
Oodles of women. I have oodles of friends, female friends of the opposite sex. A lot of women everywhere. I mean, I just know a lot of females.
So she has to be secure because you have a lot of female friends. Did you run into issues with that in the past with other relationships?
Pretty much all of them.
Okay, okay. Are you friends with some of the women that you once slept with?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe that could be an issue sometimes for some women when you're in a relationship.
Well, it can only be an issue when you want to keep it a secret. If you don't let them know, look, we used to be involved, but now we're good friends. You can meet them, talk to them, we can hang out. You know, I don't try to hide anything. I'm transparent. I'm upfront, genuine.
How many female friends you once slept with, you still friends with?
Wow. I don't know, pretty much most of them, except for the last couple. No, because I believe that just because a relationship doesn't work out doesn't mean that you have to be antagonistic, evil, hating each other. You know, if we start off as friends, I believe.
I'm with you on that. I guess when I say friends, like, do you talk to these women often? Do you go out to eat with them? Do y'all still hang out?
No. We don't hang out. We don't do any of that. If I see them, I see them. But no, to be in a relationship with somebody and to go out and have dinner and lunch, I think that's inappropriate. Unless I'm taking my lady with me.
We're on the same page. All right, let's keep going.
Cool.
So now let's talk about your deal breakers. You already mentioned the woman can't be insecure. What is your deal breakers?
What is my deal breakers in relationship? The woman that's insecure, a woman that's argumentative, you know, again, a woman that doesn't believe in God, that's an absolute deal breaker. If she is unsaved, that's a deal breaker. I mean, other than that, I think we can work out pretty much anything.
Okay. Do you want this woman to be in Washington, D.C.?
No, she doesn't have to live in D.C.
She can be anywhere.
I want you to notice that. Let's pause it just a minute.
Okay, I am old.
Notice that he's saying that, and this is the reason why I'm showing it. Notice he keeps saying how she got to be a God-fearing woman. She got to be a God-fearing woman. She got to know God. She got to serve the Lord. She got to have a relationship. Now he's saying this is a must or a criteria of his. And you know, a lot of ladies would look at it, and he's a nice looking man. Seem very well educated and put together, and we'll be like, ooh, yeah, ooh, ready to hop on there. But see, we got to go a little deeper.
Older. These folks are going to judge me on this. Oh my goodness.
Sure
I date
is.
a lot of younger women. I date women. The youngest is around in their 20s.
Come on now.
A lot of them in there. A lot of women that approach me are much younger, much younger. But I guess up to about 50.
Raymond, you date women in their 20s. Why do you date women in their 20s?
Because we're simply doing just that.
That could literally, I mean, so you date women younger than your twin daughters.
I do. My daughters are like 40, 42, 43, the twins.
I don't co-sign that, Raymond.
Okay, and that's okay. That's okay.
Okay. The last one.
But wait a minute now. But I date older women,
Okay.
50-ish, early 50.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so what was the age of the last woman you dated?
Okay, so for the last 10 years, I've been in 2 relationships. The last one was 2 years. She was 47.
Okay.
And the one before that was like 40, no, it just turned 50. And that was for 8 years.
Okay, just turned 50. So you like women, okay, so averagely you date between the 40s to the 50s.
Yeah, it's my woman. Now, dating is just hanging out.
Okay.
Dating is just hanging out. But as it relates to a relationships, she has to be 40-ish.
Okay. I hate to ask,
right?
Because I got to understand. So dating, does that also mean sex?
Yeah.
Ooh, child. Raymond, I liked you so much until you said you dated women in their 20s.
Listen now, this is a man that said that the women
of age, so that is not.
They have to have a relationship with
That's
God.
a woman that's of age.
That's what he kept stressing. Like they have to have this relationship with the Lord. They have to have this relationship with the Lord. And that was one of his, I think he said criterias or deal breaker. And then she asked him about what's the age that he would date. He said 20. He will date somebody 20 in their 20s, and he's 60 something years old. He got 40 something year old daughters. Now I know y'all say age ain't nothing but a number and all this and that, but I'm just pointing that out. And then he said, yes, he have sex. And yes, he would want sex from whomever he is dating. Let's listen to some more what this brother putting out.
But that literally could be your granddaughter.
You mustn't say that.
You're 66 years old. If you dated a girl 25, she could be your granddaughter.
You mustn't say that though. It sounds like.
But that's how I want you to hear it the way that I hear it, so you can feel the same way I feel. I like the 40s for you. It's your life.
Well, the 40 somethings are the women that I date, the women that are on my arm, the woman that's all that events with me, traveling with me, red carpet affairs with me, all those kind of things. And
I'm listening to you. I'm saying you're saying red carpet affairs.
But you're doing this.
No. I was in that way. I'm like, okay, that's dope. You go on the red carpet. So that way I was
anything else is just hanging out. It's not serious. Something to do.
Okay, so
okay, young ladies, did you hear what he said?
Giving the money like
he said it's something to do. It's something to do. There's something to do. You got to watch that, because see, I didn't live that lifestyle where, I'm just hanging out with this guy. He's something to do. You don't want to be somebody's just something to do. Time is precious. And I'm showing this older man because I'm just in awe to the fact that he don't understand time yet. He hasn't gotten how precious time is yet. How you can't get that back, and you don't want to waste it, and you want to make the most of it. I'm just baffled at this man. That's the reason why I wanted to show it.
Like you a sugar daddy to them?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Let's.
I mean, wait. Now, if anybody, I'm a good friend. If anybody needs something, of course I'm gonna be there for them. I'm gonna help them, man. No, but never sugar daddy. Never. I can't even spell. How do you spell that? I don't know how to spell that.
Okay, let's keep going. All right.
That's for funny. That's for funny looking people that are thirsty, people that are depressed, people that can't get dates,
People,
I believe.
listen, Raymond, I can tell you got swag because you fly, and you know, and you're.
I look crazy. I had no idea you was gonna. You just randomly just choose people out of the blue like.
Well, listen. First of all, you push the request. So once you push the request, there is an option to be chosen. So yes, I have a list of maybe 200 people that push the request to come on the show, and then that list is random.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you're here.
Okay.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Raymond. I know you're not that familiar with my show. This is a question I'm going to ask you next. You do not have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When was the last time you had sex with a woman?
A couple of weeks
A couple
ago.
weeks ago. So why can't you be in a relationship with that woman?
Because I like her like that. I hope she's not watching. What's that? I
Women,
mean,
you gotta be more careful, women.
must
got
one
to
be seriously involved with everybody that they engage in sexually? Some folks you
And
just
this
fool
man
right
is saying
together.
this man is
You
saying
like
somebody
each
got
other.
to know the
Absolutely not.
Lord.
I guess my question to that is it your desire to be in a relationship, or are you enjoying life and you have no problem with women, so you're not really trying to be in a quote unquote relationship?
Well, actually, this is what I've been telling folks. I've been involved for the last 10 years, and this is my first. I've been single for the past since October. October marked the year that I've been single, and so it's just been a year. So I'm trying to feel this. And although I say I'm a bachelor, when the right person comes along and you guys connect, you know it. Especially at this age, it doesn't take 100 years to know that I'm feeling her. That's gonna be my new boo.
I can tell you got swag, Raymond. Now, do you have an appearance requirement for your woman?
I'm sorry. Do I have what?
Does a woman have to look a certain way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't play with
Ooh,
me.
how she gotta look, Raymond?
She's gotta be fine with a capital. She gotta be fine. She's gotta be gorgeous. I know a lot of women. I dated a lot of women from different walks of life, and I mean, she can't be no troll. Not that I'm superficial or a surface individual, because I'm not. Because what's most important is her heart. But I can't walk around with a troll with just wonderful heart. I mean, walking around scraping the knuckles on the ground, one tooth in the middle of her head, and crazy.
I removed the video some kind of way. But going back and hitting what I wanted to say from that, ladies, we got to be more careful. That young gentleman, he go on and you notice how he kept saying that they had to know the Lord, they had to be in the Lord, they had to be saved. Yet at the same time, he is looking for somebody to sleep with. Yet at the same time, he wanting to sleep with you, but he's not giving you no type of commitment. He's not making any type of commitment to you whatsoever, other than a good time. You're something to do. And so I really wanted to share that to say, ladies, we want to be aware of that. Just because somebody's saying that they're in the Lord, and just because they saying they know the Lord, and just because they saying they want somebody in the Lord, um, go deeper. You want to go deeper. You definitely want to plow deeper and see where that person really is and where that person is at and where their mind is and where their thoughts are. I wonder what happened to this, where their mind or where their thoughts are. I just thought he was just a handful. He was just a handful. Looking at that. And I know when we're dating and when we're out there in the dating pool and we're out there in the dating world, then you run into these type of men who say that they're God fearing men and that they know the Lord and that they serve the Lord and they got a relationship with the Lord and they are looking for a lady that know the Lord and got a relationship with the Lord as well, but that don't necessarily mean that that's what it is, or maybe their understanding of it or their definition of it is different from yours. So you really want to get in there and ask the questions. You want to get in there and ask the questions before you, okay, I got it again. Let me resend it to myself. We're going to pull it up again. I just thought it was a bit much. Let's bring him back. And so I want to caution you while you're out there in the dating world, really, really get to know someone, really, really get to know that individual before. Don't just take it at face value of, okay, they know the Lord, but just because they saying that they know the Lord, and just because they're saying, I want somebody that know the Lord too, really get in there and have that conversation with them, really get in there and ask the questions, because you guys may not be on the same page at all as you begin to really plow in there and ask those tough questions. um, don't just take it at the face value, that but just because the person said, you know what, I know the Lord and I'm looking for somebody also that knows the Lord, don't just take it for that. Okay, really get in there and ask those questions, because as we can see, even though he kept saying that's what it is, because you and that person may not be on the same page. I know this guy that I was dating, that was one of his criterias as well, that the lady, he would say she needed to have a relationship with the Lord. She needed to know the Lord. But then at the same time, he was very upset because he was saying, why so many women that you date don't want to have sex with you until you married? He's like, I'm not marrying nobody that I haven't had sex with. And so yeah, I kept it pushing. And he did find somebody, and he did. Now I'm gonna say he stuck to his word. He did marry that lady, and I'm sure she had sex with him outside of marriage, because that's what he was looking for. Otherwise, he'll dump you real quick, fast, and in a hurry. But I look back, and the man is not with the lady today. So we know sex, evidently, sex is not something, excuse me, that will hold relationships together or hold marriages together. So I'm putting all these emphasis on the sex and having the sex, but this lady, you had sex with this man, and it still didn't, and it's still, you still not with the lady. That's what I'm trying to say. And you're still not with this lady. So yeah, let's peek back. Let's see, where were we on this before I knocked us off?
He's a life coach, and he's younger than your twin daughters.
Let's keep on going.
That carpet. So that way I
Some folks you just cool like that, and you like each
right,
other.
absolutely not. I guess my question to that is it your desire to be in a relationship, or are you enjoying life and you know you have no problem with women, so you're not really trying to be in a quote unquote relationship.
Well, actually, this is what I've been telling folks. I've been involved for the last 10 years, and this is my first. I've been single for the past since October. October marked the year that I've been single, and so it's just been a year. So I'm trying to feel this. And although I say I'm a bachelor, you know when the right person comes along and you guys connect, you know it. Especially at this age, it doesn't take 100 years to know that I'm feeling her. That's gonna be my new boo.
I can tell you got swag, Raymond. Now, do you have an appearance requirement for your woman?
I'm sorry. Do I have what?
Appearance. Does the woman have to look a certain way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't play with me.
How she gotta look, Raymond?
She gotta be fine with a capital. She gotta be fine. She's gotta be gorgeous. I know a lot of women. I dated a lot of women from different walks of life, and I mean, she can't be no troll. Not that I'm superficial or a surface individual, because I'm not. Because what's most important is her heart. But I can't walk around with a troll with just wonderful heart. I mean, walking around scraping the knuckles on the ground, one tooth in the middle of her head, and crazy. So you're not ready for me.
And this man is in his 60s.
But she has to be. I'm 6'6". So, but height is not a factor. But she has to be cute. She has to have a body.
Okay.
You know she gotta have a butt. You know she gotta have a nice butt. Come on. I can't believe I'm stupid.
Okay, so she has to be attractive. Raymond, just one more question. Would you date anybody around your age? Would you date a woman that's 50 to... Raymond, why you make that face?
You want me to date somebody 60?
I'm asking you because you're 66. So you would not date a woman that's 60? You made a whole face.
Okay, so can we talk?
Of course we can talk.
Okay, so the girl a couple of weeks ago, she was like just turned 60.
Okay.
And I told her that I don't date women 60, but she is like, you should see her. But the reality is that she just turned 60.
Okay.
And girlfriend, she's an awesome person. She has an awesome personality. She owns her own stuff. And that's what I like most about people. People, when you call them on their stuff, they don't want to look at that. They'll flip it back on you and talk about things about you. But she'll own her own stuff. She acknowledges it. She's apologized. We can move on. And I like that about people in relationships.
Okay.
That we can talk. I can tell you about your shortcomings, and you can just own it and move on. And so great personality, body for days. She's in the gym like 5 days a week. She says all the girls in the gym tell her they would kill for an ass like her.
Okay, so what's the problem with her?
She's old.
Raymond, if that's the case,
guys, do you hear that?
66, you're older than her.
I am like 40.
You're like,
you know what? I saw this meme on Facebook a few months ago that said it's weird as shit being the same age as old people. It's weird being the same age as old people. There are guys that went to high school and college with me. They look like they're old enough to be my parents, my fathers. They look old. They talk old. They act old. They take them 20 years to gather their thought. I'd be like, you know what? Gather your thought. I'm gonna run over here and I'll be back. And by then you can, you know what I mean, you can be ready to. And so some of these young women, like early 30s, be like, Ray, I know you're old. I would never date an old guy. But you're not old. You don't look old. You don't act old. You don't dress old. You have swag. You know what I mean? You're a lot of fun. Your energy is like amazing. You're not old. And I don't feel old. I don't feel a day over 35, 40.
So, okay. So with that being said, this particular woman that you said is 60, she's still fine for her age, according to you. All the women want her body. So therefore she's not really old then.
She has a nice body.
Okay. So you don't prefer dating women around your age. That's not your preference. Stop making that face, Raymond. Why are you making that face?
Because women, okay, women that are like 60, it's like my energy. Like I'm from right here in DC, right? We have a park called Haynes Point. It's like 4 miles all the way around in the.
Lord, 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 Lord. And so while we're out here in the dating pool or the dating world, and I would say before you begin to get out there and begin to date, really get to know yourself, really get to know who you are, whose you are, really get to know what you're looking for, really get comfortable with yourself and how you look. Because as you see, the older woman, she was good enough for him to sleep with, but she's not good enough for him. And so I really, the thing that sticks out with me with this gentleman, I want to say tune in next Sunday for the late night discussion for we're going to go over another one. Don't be somebody something to do, ladies. Ladies, please don't be somebody something to do. And men as well, don't be somebody something to do. Um, and if this man wants to waste his time, and don't allow somebody else to waste your time. Because the thing about it, I know he's looking at, okay, I'm getting some sex, I'm getting something that I want out of this lady, or out of this situation, but it blows my mind that he's that age and he don't understand time, and he don't value time. And there's no way I can waste somebody else's time without wasting my time as well. So really think about when you want to date and you're dating, that are you going to date with a purpose, or are you just dating to kill time, or you just dating to um uh just to waste a couple time, waste a couple of hours, or are you dating with a purpose? Do you have a focus for your dating? And have all those things settled within yourself before you step out there, and onto that, I call it the dating dance floor. Before you get out there on that dating dance floor, kind of just settle some things in yourself, for yourself, and set some boundaries before you get out there, because it's hard to set them once you're out there. But if you would set them before you go out, like, I'm only going to do this, and this is my boundaries here, my boundaries there, so that you don't fall into something that is unfruitful and unhealthy for you, and that go against what you want and go against what you believe. I know the man, like I said, if you missed it in the beginning, he kept saying the person had to be saved. The woman had to be saved. She had to be saved. She had to have a relationship with the Lord. But I want to tell this man that if he really found a sister that was really saved and that had a relationship with the Lord, she wouldn't be sleeping around with you. She wouldn't be sleeping. You wouldn't be her man. You wouldn't be in her category, at all. And like I said, I was dating a awesome. I thought he was an awesome man. Thought he had a good head on his shoulder, but that was one of his criterias. And he went on and he found somebody. He was true to his word. He did marry the lady that he was dating, but him and that, and I know that lady had sex with him, because he wasn't marrying nobody that he wasn't having sex with first. And but they're no longer together. They're not together. So what do that tell you? What does that tell you? We got to go deeper. We got to go deeper in our relationships. Um, but if you're seeing somebody and that's where they are, but that's not where you want to be, you'll find that out when you're conversating with that person. And so I just want to say, just because somebody's saying, Lord, Lord, and that you got to know the Lord. And he go on to say too that, at the end, like, man, I shouldn't be saying this stuff because, he just had sex a couple weeks ago, but he didn't want that lady. And he was like, man, I'm going to get judged. People think I'm a godly man. They think so he know what he's saying and doing ain't right. He goes on to say that at the end, that, oh man, oh, people say I'm godly. People, think of me as a godly man, as a believer, and they're going to hear what I'm saying and they're going to judge it. And oh, you absolutely right, brother. And I didn't say I'm going to judge him. I said people are going to judge it, what he's saying. And he's out here getting other women to do that as well, to engage in that with him. And he want younger women. And so that was just my thing that really stuck out to me about him, that that he felt that way about time, that he's the age that he is, and that he feels that way about time. Time, we can get more things, we can get more stuff, but we cannot get more time. We're not going to get any more time. And if we're true believers and we're true people who read the word, people who study the word, we have a relationship with the Lord, and we know that Christ has set us free from the law of sin and death. We know that Christ is the light, and that we follow him and he lead us out of all darkness. We understand that he has set us free from being a servant to sin or being in bondage to sin. And so we know that we're free from that, and that we have eternal life through him. He came to give us life, and he came to give it to us more abundantly. So we don't speak of death, and we're not thinking of death. We're speaking of life, because he goes on to say that God is not the father of the dead, but of the living. So we want to focus on living and having life and having it more abundantly within ourselves, because that's what Christ came to give us, and that he's given us. But he lead us out of all darkness, and he sets us free from being a slave to our flesh. My flesh say I got to have sex. I got to have sex, just like I got to have food, just like I got to have water, just like I need shelter, like I need clothes. I got to have sex, and our flesh is leading us. But he said, those that follow the flesh shall reap what? And those that follow the spirit going to reap what? Everlasting life. And so we know that we've been set free as believers from that bondage of following our flesh. And so we really want to, when we're dating, sit down and have these types of conversation with people, just because they're in the fellowship, places of fellowship, and just because they say they looking for a godly mate, or that that really don't mean a whole lot in today's world, in today's society. It really don't mean a whole lot. It don't mean a whole lot, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get to the end. Let's see.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Okay.
Let's keep going. All right. So this is Raymond, 66, Washington, D.C. He's a life coach. He has 4 children, really. He's a Libra. Last question for you, Raymond. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm going to make you feel like you can leap tall buildings at a single bound. I'm going to help you discover, man, that you have wings to soar to heights that you can never imagine. I'm talking about, I'm going to make you feel like you are the most awesome person on this earth, that you are created for an awesome purpose, and you have no idea. No idea.
And he's going to have sex with
what
you.
life, God, and I have in store for you.
Did you hear what he said?
Believe that.
Your facial expressions. They always talk about my facial expressions, but I think you.
He said,
you have them.
He said, what life,
he said you're
him, and
I don't
God
agree with the 20s. But you're gonna definitely need a woman that know how to move and be fly with you. Your first photo, you in a fur coat. He has 3 children, 4 children. Okay.
So, ladies.
And so as long as you can take care of yourself, we're gonna have a ball. Because I travel. You better leave me alone. I told you I'm 66, but I'm really not 66. And it's weird being those people age because I'm like, I cannot relate. I can't relate at
Okay,
all.
okay.
Go on my Instagram
Okay,
page.
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. That's gonna be towards the end. So let me ask you this next question. So the woman has to be fine. You made that clear. You have to have a woman that's attractive, correct? Okay.
Yeah, you gonna hang out with me, right?
Does she have to make a certain amount of money?
Um,
It was just a lot to unpack. And so these are types of things that we want to look at while we're out here dating. And you're going to encounter these types of people. But it's all in where you at, I guess where you're at on your journey with the Lord. Um, single saved and dating, we talk about the word, and um, we uh, lift the single community, whether you're a male or female, and they encourage each other in the word with the Lord. But I'm seeing while you're out there, you're going to run into these types of situations, and think ahead of time of how you want to handle them before you get into them. And just because a person's saying they want somebody that know the Lord and they're using the Lord name, um, sit down and have a conversation and really get to know that person and see where they are, and what it is that they're wanting you to do. Because it sounds like Raymond is sleeping around with some women and he's just having a good time. Right? It sounds like he's just having a good time. At the same time, he say he's looking for a woman that has a relationship with the Lord. And so, ladies and gentlemen, men as well, because I'm not going to sit here and act like women don't do this too. Just be aware. Just be aware, and don't let somebody waste your time. Don't be somebody something to do, because people will do it. And if I was honest, I can't. I'm not throwing no stones at Mr. Raymond. If I was honest, in my day, I've done it too. Like, like he was saying earlier, that person ain't for you, and they ain't right for you. But hey, what was that saying that people used to say? They ain't Mr. or Mrs. Right. They're Mrs. or Mr. Right now. So don't be somebody something to do. Guys, thank you for hopping on. Thank you for tuning in to our late night discussion. Yeah, we had Mr. Raymond as our guest tonight. And next Sunday, our late night discussion, we'll have another person coming on up to the stage. Guys, have an awesome night. I'm just going to pray us out. I don't like to do anything or anything without prayer. Father, we just thank you for this opportunity just to come before you, Father. We give you all the honor. We give you all the glory. We give you all the praises. We thank you that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Every tongue that tries to rise up against us in judgment shall be condemned, for our righteousness is of the Lord, not say us, but say the Lord. Lord, I ask that we as singles be rooted and grounded in you today, moving forward. In your dear son name we pray and we thank you, Lord. Amen and amen. All right, everyone, have an awesome night.